Boo M's.
Does that go M's?
No, it was boo.
You can't boo.
It
No.
was just the only word I could think of to say that they didn't make it.
It's a bummer. Yes. This is Curt and Jen, our podcast. Thanks for joining us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we are here, for you to like, love, follow, endorse. No, that's not one of them.
You can follow us indoors or outdoors. You can follow us anywhere because we're on your favorite podcast platform.
I said endorse, not indoors.
Oh, endorse.
Crazy, you crazy kid. Yeah, well, let's just get into it, I suppose. Well, we'll talk about what's coming up in the show first here. Here was today, how to avoid the winter blues. That's important as we get closer and closer to winter. Also, there's a new product that Miss Jan would love if she could afford it.
Yeah, it's a good one. The latest food shortage item. Things that terrified you as a child. That was our question of the day on Monday. And then what's rounding us out?
The loneliest holiday for singles. Boy, this is starting out to be kind of a sad show. And do you know the first country music video that played on MTV? I was a little bit surprised by this.
Me too.
Yeah. Should we start with no, we're gonna get to sports galore in just a second. So we can
let's first start with because it's very important. Scarlet, who is your little foster pup, what's her status?
How much is that doggy in the window? That one with that waggly tail.
She is our foster dog. I'm gonna hold her up here if I can pick her up. She's 26 pounds now.
Scarlet is 26 pounds now?
No, she's not even in the room. Yeah, she's big. And she is adopted.
Are you okay? Talk to me about this because I think on one of the other shows, maybe you were saying that Dana was feeling like maybe a little attached to her, that maybe you would adopt her yourself.
Oh, we're both a little attached to her. We actually went through all the scenarios. So we have 3 dogs. We have Bella, the 15-year-old beagle, and we also have Tilly and Teddy. I'm sorry, Matilda and Theodore, who are other ones we adopted. Well, they're what they call foster fails. Yeah. And we can't have 4 dogs. It's too many dogs. 3 dogs is a lot.
You cannot fail again.
Right. So this nice Linda is her name, and her son Ben came by last night to see Miss Scarlet, and they fell in love with her like everybody does. Hopefully I'll get a chance to hold her up here at some point during the show for people that are watching, but she's super cute. And that's good. That's the whole idea with Washington German Shepherd Rescue is get these doggies out and adopted. And of course, as soon as we found out that Scarlet was adopted, they said, yes, you've got another litter of 13 coming in. So
you're gonna have lots of new puppies to foster.
No, we can't. We got to take a break. We've had puppies now for the last, I don't know, 7, 8 months. So we will still support Washington German Shepherd Rescue financially or whatever they need. But we're going to take a break from fostering for a while. And also, I think that the old dog, I think that Bella is really over it. She don't want these puppies jumping around.
Yeah, I know she's over it. She was over it before it started, Curt.
Yeah, so we'll probably foster again, but we're very happy that young Scarlet has been adopted, and we will miss her because she's a good little dog. So what else do we have coming up here? You want me to go help you out with this thing? Well, of course I'm going to.
Okay, so and actually, speaking of dogs, because you can bring dogs to this, each year Curt and I do this event. We MC it called Alexander's Hope Valentine's Day Dash, and I just want to encourage you to participate and sign up. I actually serve on the board now. I love their cause. They are all about organ donation, like raising awareness about becoming an organ donor, and they support Nick of Time, in the Nick of Time, which is an organization that provides free heart screenings to high school students.
Nice.
And they have saved many lives with those heart screenings. Anyway, they do this big Valentine's Day dash. It happens to land on Valentine's Day this year, Saturday, February 14th. It's in the morning. It is in Bellevue Downtown Park, and I feel like it is like the perfect way to kick off your Valentine's Day weekend and your Valentine's Day day because you're doing something physically good for your heart by walking or running. You can do either. And you're exercising like goodness in your heart too by supporting a great cause. So if you go to alexandershope.org, The Dash information is on there, and Curt and I would love to see you there.
Plus, it's a Saturday, so you got time.
Yeah, and dogs are welcome and kids are welcome. It's family friendly. I just think it'd be a good way, if you're planning with your loved one, your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, to spend a romantic day together. This is a great way to kick it off. And if you're doing something with your family the whole day, same.
All right. So we hope we will see you there. What else have you put in here? I've not actually read this very carefully.
Oh, no, that's okay. There was two different little headlines that caught my attention. The first one is that Japan has its first female prime minister. She was elected yesterday. I'm going to try to say this right. Sanae Takaichi. I'm sure that's how you pronounce it.
Sanae Takaichi.
Takaichi. Yeah. And I think that's cool. I mean, I just think that, when there's milestones like that, we need to talk about him. And then Coca-Cola with cane sugar. I feel like that's always been one of those, ooh, do we get the Mexico version of Coca-Cola? Because they use real cane sugar in their Coca-Cola. Well, it's rolling out in the U.S. because President Trump said we need to start using actual sugar cane instead of high fructose corn syrup, which they currently use in the U.S.
Right. It's cheaper and not as well.
Is that why?
The real deal is the best.
Yeah, I mean, sugar is not good for you. We're not promoting that at all. We're just saying that if you're going to eat sugar, eat the real stuff, not the fake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Without the chemicals and stuff.
That is all from...
Won't be playing that again for a while.
I was so bummed about the Mariners. I mean, this is kind of old news because it happened on Monday where they lost to the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 7. It was heartbreaking.
It was, it was close. And that's the thing where you kind of wonder, it's like, well, if it had been a blowout, would that make it any easier? Probably not. But yeah, basically, that's it for the Mariners for this year. They played well. They were, and unfortunately, I went through and looked at some of the armchair quarterbacks or whatever, Monday morning quarterback, I think is what they call it. And they're like, well, they should have done this. They shouldn't have done that. It's like, you never know. You never know what would have happened.
Shoulda, woulda. But the bottom line is it's the end of the road for the Mariners for this season. And it was a long road. And you know what? We should be grateful and proud of our team who got the farthest they've ever gotten in franchise history. Did they make it to the World Series? No, we still hold the title of the only Major League Baseball team that has never been to the World Series. Yes.
Who are you going to be pulling for in the World Series now?
Probably Toronto because Dodgers won last year. Me
too, because, well, for that reason. And also Canada has got reasons to be upset with the U.S. right now. We were kind of jerks to them.
Weren't there people on the Blue Jays that were cheaters? There's something about that.
The one guy was part of the Astros team that did the call, the sign, the
cheater pumpkin eaters.
That's the one. So yeah. However, go Mariners next year.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you're a sports fan, this time of year, I remember I was married to a sports fan before, Dwayne. He loves sports. And he always loved this time of the year because he got baseball, because the World Series is still going. You get the beginning of NBA season, which tipped off last night, and we'll talk more about that in a second. Hockey, Curt, you know about hockey. Hockey's in full swing, and soccer's still going strong. So you got like all the big sports in action.
What about badminton?
No, Curt. No.
All right. So the NBA season, as you mentioned, tipped off last night. Before a bucket was even scored already, records were being broken. Do tell.
This is what broke records. The opening night roster featured 135 players born outside the U.S., the most ever this is something that the Associated Press reported on. They are from 43 countries. Canada has most with 23, followed by France with 19 and Australia with 13. So some of your Australian friends, Curt.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, looks like the Atlanta Hawks tied an NBA record with 10 international players on their roster. And the last 7 MVP awards have been won by players born outside the U.S.
And I did not know that there's NBA is reportedly in talks to start a new league in Europe as early as 2027. So that's pretty cool too. I don't want to spend a lot of time on sports, but we just did, and I think it's exciting stuff.
Okay, wasn't a lot of time. There's a little bit of time there. There's not a song called Don't Eat It, so we had to go with that one. Or You Can't Eat It. Turkey. Just in time for Thanksgiving, there may be a turkey shortage, right?
It's the latest food shortage that's happening, which is, I mean, what in the heck is going on? According to the American Farmers or Farm Bureau Federation, America's turkey flock has decreased to the smallest size in 40 years. It's partially due to another resurgence in bird flu cases.
Yep. That in part has helped reduce production. Turkey prices, though, are about 40% higher than they were just last year. And apparently there aren't any signs that this is going to ease up or slow down in the next 5 weeks before we actually get to Thanksgiving.
40% higher.
Mm-hmm. According to USDA data, wholesale turkey prices are expected to increase to $1.32 per pound. Does that sound, I mean, you're familiar with this because you've bought turkeys in the past. Does that seem like a lot? Because it seemed to me it was always X amount of cents per pound, right?
Yeah.
$1.32 per pound. That's up from 94 cents a pound wholesale last year. And there's expected to be 4.8 billion pounds of production, which is, as big as that sounds, that's down 5%.
But the good news is if you're willing to pony up, there will be turkey on the shelves. Both Butterball and the National Turkey Federation say there will be enough frozen turkeys for Thanksgiving, but supply could tighten for fresh or specific size birds. You know, can I just please say that I don't know, Curt, if you're the one that goes to the grocery store, if that's Dana, but I will tell you that I am starting to feel the
pinch.
Yeah, things are like visibly, like noticeably more expensive now.
Right. Well, especially when you look at the final tab on your receipt, you know, if it used to go and on average, you're like, okay, we spent, $130 on groceries for this week, and now it's $175. That's a big jump. So
hang in there, everybody. We'll get
in there.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
Good pick, Jen.
Two can be as bad as one.
This was surprising for me. The loneliest day of the year for singles. I would have thought people would have said like Christmas or Valentine's Day.
Yep.
But
that's not it.
The hardest, loneliest holiday is Halloween.
Nearly 80% of people admit to feeling, this is singles, nearly 80% of singles admit to feeling lonely on October 31st, and more than half say that they've cried after opening the door to trick-or-treaters. How lousy would that be if you're a 6-year-old kid? Trick or treat.
Well, I seriously do not understand this.
Well, okay, the deal is, and these are just a couple of possible explanations, they say. One, Halloween is built around groups. There's trick-or-treating kids and parties and couples' costumes and families hanging out together. All that stuff maybe adds to the loneliness for singles. And number two, even for people who are low-key, a lot of us celebrate Halloween by watching scary movies or making festive foods and treats, both of which can be less fun by yourself, or carving pumpkins, Well, there's the data. What do you like not believing this? What?
Trying to think of some solutions. You know me, I'm like, okay, I don't want people to be lonely and sad. I'm like, can you grab a friend? You might be single, but do you have a friend or family that's local? I don't know. Or go out to a bar where there is a Halloween party and be with people. I don't know. I just feel like there's some solutions to the sadness.
Well, I'll share something from my single days. And I think you and I discussed this, and it's been a long time, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's a thing, you were always super sweet, and you'd have the invitation, hey, why don't you come over for Thanksgiving? And I think I did one time. But it's that, to me, it's like, bless you for doing that. That's awesome. But I don't want to feel like the token single person, and that's kind of what it is. You sort of feel like, I don't want to be the one there. People saying, so, what's going on with you? Nothing. So I totally get that. I mean, yes, there may be options that are easy for us to point out as coupled up people. But when you're a single person, it's like, nah, I don't want to. And even that, I didn't want to be around, a bunch of happy family couples and stuff like that. It was tough, but thank you for the invite.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but also that just breaks my heart. 77% of singles admit they've pretended to have plans on Halloween, and 73% say that social media makes it worse seeing all the fun people are having together. I mean, I think that's true with anything, but you also have to remember that it's just rainbows and unicorns typically on social media. So whatever.
Yeah, everybody's perfect life, right?
I mean, I'm excited.
Didn't want to cut you off. What'd you say?
I just said I'm kind of excited not to have anything going on for Halloween this year.
Sure. Do you want me to hit that song again?
Sure.
You're too tired for Halloween.
We're gonna get flagged on that for sure.
No, that's not the real deal. That was a cover.
Okay.
Just so everybody knows, we have to find different versions of the actual songs to play for these music bumps, because if we play the actual songs, they're like out.
Yeah. No more.
If you're too tired for Halloween, there's a new app that will create a fake party photo or photos for you in costume.
I looked at this. This is pretty amazing. I have not done it yet, though.
Yeah.
There's a product designer at Meta who just put out his own app, and it makes it look like you went to a Halloween party. It uses AI to create fake photos of you in costume with other people partying around you. The app came out this month, but it's not specifically for Halloween. It's called Endless Summer because it's mainly meant for fake vacation photos.
Yes. So if you didn't actually take a vacation, they're like, hey, here's the deal. You can show people that you went on vacation, quote unquote, because we'll make the pictures look like that. So apparently with this deal, you can try out either, there's a couple of modes. Do 4 photos for free, right? So this is either the Endless Summer mode or the Halloween mode. And then you have to pay if you want more, but you can show 4 photos of you at the Halloween party as proof that you went.
It says the results seem a little hit or miss. Some people say it worked great. Others say the photos it spit out didn't look like them. And they said, if you're going to try this, don't burn through your 4 photos by mistake. Try Halloween mode. Click Endless Summer at the top of the app before you do anything else and change it to Halloween Rager. Then take your picture.
All right.
Okay, but you know what, Curt, you know what is making me so sad about this is like, it just seems like so many things are fake now with all this AI stuff. I mean, you're not even going to be able to believe your friends posting stuff now because there's all this fake stuff that you can do instead.
That's right. I've got a Halloween picture of me from last year. There I am, partying it up.
Oh my God.
Party.
Batman. He's doing a Batman action across the screen if you're not watching and just listening.
Why do I have that Batman? I don't even know. Question of the day. From Monday, we asked this question: what terrified you as a child? I have an answer. Did you, Jen?
I think it wasn't a thing. It was more an idea that I was going to be forgotten about, and my mom wasn't going to pick me up from wherever I was.
Mine was, and I don't know why this started, and it actually still kind of continues today, is claustrophobia, right? Confined spaces.
Ooh, yeah.
Like I've read these stories about people, unfortunate people that were, well, they were fortunate actually. There was an earthquake and they were trapped under rubble for like, a day and a half, and then they got rescued. I was like, I wouldn't last a minute. My head would explode being trapped in rubble for that, because that fear of confinement. So we want to know from you, what terrified you as a child? And as always, you guys delivered big time, starting with Cam. Cam says, quicksand and or my body catching on fire. Plus some other things. He has got a lot there, but quicksand, that's justified.
He does say one that I was like, oh, maybe I kind of remember feeling that. The filter in the hot tub sucking you in. Barb said thunder and lightning and electrical outlets since I got torched by one as a kid. Oh my gosh. And it was in a storm in Vic. Okay.
Dorothy, after watching an episode of Talking Tina, the episode of Talking Tina on the Twilight Zone, I asked my mom to get rid of the large doll I had sitting in the chair in my room. I was afraid it was going to come to life.
There is that. There's some of the dolls that I had or that like I've seen, like those kind of freak me out sometimes after seeing Chucky and those kind of.
Yeah. Marilyn says spiders, not unusual. Arachnophobia. Tiger. Oh man, you want to read it?
Tiger, who is a mega Seattle sports fan and loves the Mariners so much, said his something that terrified him is coming within one game of the World Series, not walking an obvious threat, giving up a three-run homer, and losing the chance to play in the World Series for the first time.
This is from the original Mariner Moose too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think Tiger was the original Mariner Moose. Michael says the Slee Stacks in Land of the Lost. That's funny because I remember the Slee Stacks and they were so slow. Their fastest speed was like 0.5 miles per hour, and they were terrified of these things walking around.
I had to look them up. I didn't remember what they look like.
They're kind of like sea creatures or something. Yeah. Susie the groomer says bats, scared of bats, not baseball bats. She says, now I love them, but I was scared of them.
Okay, then now you're to say, what was this? Kevin said.
Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
I don't even know what that is.
It says it was a horror TV show with Darren McGavin, especially the episode with killer mannequins.
Do you know what he speaks of?
I remember the Night Stalker, but I don't remember that specific. Yeah.
Okay. Bill says Sundays because he knew he had to go back to school on Monday. Ken said going to restaurants because of his anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Anita checks in with clowns. That's a pretty common one, I think. Clowns terrified her as a kid, and she says here they still do. And Nancy, this is a Twilight Zone episode. She said, I was scared to leave my chair that was turned towards the TV because I thought someone was lurking behind me. Which, by the way, if my dad would have known we were scared of that, he would have constantly come up behind us and gone, bleh.
I'm sure. And you are following his footsteps. Susan said nothing. She was afraid of nothing because she had a big brother, which that's kind of cool. Mary Leah or Lee, walking from my doorway to my bed after my sister hid under it one night and grabbed my ankles. After I leapt from the doorway onto my twin bed canopy, scared for life. Oh my gosh.
Thanks, sis. Jeanette also says clowns, which still do scare her. Heather said snakes and whatever else lurks in Puget Sound.
Yeah, that's probably Pat, my boyfriend Pat. That's why he doesn't love to be in salt water. He's like, there are so many creatures in there. No, thank you.
Yes. Amanda, ghosts and aliens. I had a very vivid imagination, but can confirm that I lived in at least one haunted house.
Oh my gosh. Catherine said the original werewolf movie.
Okay. And that Lon Chaney, I think, did that.
Oh, okay. And Anne said the dark. My mom and dad left my closet light on.
I think those are all legit. Well, they're certainly legit to the people that
they're all
legit.
That's just everybody's different. Different things terrify them.
Thank you for your answers there.
As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow.
Thank you for that, Curt.
That was not possibly the creepiest version of Let It Snow ever.
I like this little study.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, a study found that this particular thing might help you avoid the winter blues. It's an easy health tip to get on as the mornings get colder and colder. A study at San Diego State found that as we move into winter, here it is, warm drinks might be better for your mental and physical health. I feel like that's true. When I drink a warm cup of coffee or hot cocoa or tea, things start to be better. People who drink a lot of hot beverages in the winter tended to have fewer issues with depression and insomnia. Hot foods like soup had the same effect.
They also said that warm stuff was also linked to fewer digestive issues, maybe because your body has to work harder to digest stuff that's cold. It takes more energy to warm it up in your stomach. So is this saying eating hot food and drinks is going to keep you in perfect physical shape?
I'm going to go yes. No, it's not.
The quote is something as simple as the temperature of what we can eat and drink can have real impacts on health.
You know what? Let me share something that our health coach friend Lori told me. She does not drink water with ice in it because of what we just talked about. Makes it harder for your food to digest your food.
So nice and cool on a hot day. You need to stay hydrated, cooled off.
She never does. I don't know that she is a never ice person. I think it's specifically when she is eating her meals.
A
She's
never ice person.
cold.
Those never ice people.
I know.
I've got a puppy here. Hang on.
Oh, we're meeting Scarlet, who has a new home. When does she go into her new home? Oh my gosh, she's mega huge now.
In a couple of days. We got her for a couple more days.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Look at, she's licking you and doesn't even want you to let her go, Curt Cruz.
I know it's tough. She's a good girl, but she's going to a really good home.
Okay.
So that's important as well. Okay. You're going to ask me why I use this song for the story?
Yeah, I want to know because that doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that song is called Eye of the Tiger, and you have to keep an eye out for Bigfoot.
Oh my God. Okay.
You know how hard it is to find a Bigfoot song?
No.
Besides Hey Bigfoot by Jake LaBatz?
Well, that seems like a good one.
Well, I couldn't find a cover of it. I didn't want to get dinged for playing Hey Bigfoot. All right. Where in North America are you most likely to spot Bigfoot? There's a new report. It has ranked the places in America where you're statistically the most likely to spot Bigfoot, and you need to be more remote than most major cities. Downtown Indianapolis, it says, not going to spot Bigfoot.
They looked at Bigfoot sightings like in basically forestry coverage and average temperatures. Like Bigfoot temperature sightings were like 55 degrees Fahrenheit based on similar, I don't even know how the creatures of similar body types.
So, all right, I guess they're saying that creatures that are similar in body type to Bigfoot ideally
like humans?
55 degrees Fahrenheit is what they like. All right, top 10 U.S. states and Canadian provinces where you're most likely to see a Sasquatch, going from 10 to number 1. Massachusetts was number 10, followed by Ohio, Idaho, Pennsylvania, and Maine. Then the top 5, Michigan, British Columbia, Canada, Oregon, West Virginia, Washington, number 1.
That does not surprise me one single bit, though. But I had to put the story in because we were number 1.
Yeah, we got to be number 1 at some things, right? I like, as far as Washington goes, Skamania County. Have you heard Skamania County, Washington? It's just east of Vancouver, Washington, just north and east of Portland. They have an actual Bigfoot protection law, so you can get fined for hunting Bigfoot.
If someone saw Bigfoot, they would kill him?
I would hope not, but there are people like that. Okay. Now it's a sad story again.
Willow Creek, California calls itself the Bigfoot capital of the world. I don't think that they should get to claim that. We are way more Bigfooty than they are.
That's a good one. You know, I love groaners like that. All right. And then finally, Canada has betting odds and probabilities on Bigfoot sightings. You can bet on that, I guess, in Canada. And I don't know what the odds are.
I don't either.
Maybe you put $1,000 on a Bigfoot sighting and then you see one. Maybe that yields you $1 million. I don't know. But, oh, Jen, we're way more Bigfooted than that. That was funny. That was good.
I love this new product.
All right. This is the product that you said you would be interested in purchasing if you, felt like affording it, because you can afford it.
No, it's a lot of US dollars. I cannot afford it.
Kohler company, you know, they do toilets and sinks and stuff like that for your bathroom. Kohler, they just debuted a new toilet camera. It watches you go, creepy, and then it uses an algorithm to analyze the results and track your health.
Yeah. I mean, this is amazing. I even watched the little commercial that went with it because I was like, how does this thing work? The Decoder, it costs...
Play on the word decode. Yeah, Dekoda. Decoder.
Decoder costs $600 US. It fits on the side of most toilets. And what it does is it uses an optical sensor that scans your waist and then spits out stats on your phone. You can sign in using a fingerprint scanner so they know it's you that's pooping. And it can tell you whether you're dehydrated, what percentage of your sessions are regular each week. It also looks for signs of any blood, which that's going to be bad.
Right.
They say, don't worry, there's no chance your junk showing up on camera. Decoder sensors see down into your toilet and nowhere else.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I could see how this would be useful without a doubt. I mean, most people don't check, you're supposed to check your poos or have somebody that knows what they're talking about check your poos. But so this is actually a useful thing. I would not get this. On top of the $600, it also requires an annual subscription fee, $70 a year if it's just you, or $130 for the family plan. If you're interested, go to kohlerhealth.com. I guess the first order starts shipping today.
Yeah, that might have been for yesterday. I can't remember.
Regardless.
Anyway, they're taking orders now. If you want something that analyzes your poop.
Did you like that story because you thought it was a good health story, or did you like that story because it was about poop?
Both.
How could you go wrong?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, Curt Cruz.
All right.
That's such a good song.
Yeah, Money for Nothing, Dire Straits. Yeah, with Mr.
It.
Sting at the beginning singing that part.
It was?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Listen to it next time. You're going to say, oh, yeah, that's Sting. Before there was YouTube or TikTok or any of that kind of stuff, endless scrolling, there was MTV. If you wanted to watch music videos, it was the only channel that mattered. And let me tell you, when that first came on, I don't know if you remember. You probably do.
I do.
Oh, it was, nonstop. That was what I watched.
Me too. I loved it so much.
August 1st, 1981, it debuted and launched. It took 5 years, though, before they finally put a country music video on MTV.
Do you know what it was?
I don't. Well, I do because I'm reading ahead in the story, but you can go ahead and say it because the first country video played on MTV was
Dwight Yoakam's Honky Tonk Man in 1986.
I did not know that. And I think Dwight Yoakam is awesome. I am a fan. So some people, it says, are going to argue in 1991, MTV was playing a video for Angel of the Morning by Juice Newton, who is kind of a country artist.
So what would you say?
Angel of the Morning, to me, is a pop song. So,
Same. I do not see that as a country song. Ever, never.
This is before they had things called crossover songs, I guess. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Dwight in 1986.
Okay, me too. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was an interesting little, in case someone asks. Now you know.
All right. I did not know, and I'm going to have to go listen to my old Dwight Yoakam CDs and listen to that one now. Here.
I don't know how you feel about this question of the day, but I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Yeah, it's we always wonder what kind of response we'll get. And so the question of the day has to do with the story that Jen found. Basically, it's things that were normal 30 years ago, but are kind of considered a luxury now. All right.
So that's what we want to know in your world. What do you think are things that were normal about 30 years ago? It could be 20 years ago. It could even be 10 years ago, whatever. But right now, they're more of a luxury. I'm
going to go with this one on here. Somebody suggested, because this is a perfect example, concert tickets. Because they're so much more expensive than they used to be. If you find a show, if you find a concert of a well-known artist and tickets are under $100, you're lucky these days, I think. Yeah. So they said concert tickets used to be very common, normal 30 years ago, but are kind of a luxury now. Did you have any ones you wanted to add to that? Yeah,
here's some other things that people said. New furniture made out of real wood.
Ooh.
Hard to find that now. Single income families buying a home.
Let's do this one more here, which was, affordable health care. Let's not get into that. I think we're getting into dangerous territory there with that. So that's going to be our question of the day. Things that were normal 30 years ago, but are a luxury now. What do you think about that? What is your suggestion? We're dying to hear it, and we'll have your answers to play back on Friday.
We'll post that on our Facebook page, Curt and Jen in the Morning, and on our personal pages.
Absolutely. There you go.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending some time with us, letting us be part of your day.
We appreciate you sharing in the sad show.
Yeah. We kind of let you learn new things. That's all. Okay. Yes. We'll see you on Friday with a new episode. Until then, make good choices, find joy, spread kindness, and
laugh, and enjoy life. There you go.
For the soul. Have a good one.